no doubt in my mind that I could go 10 or 15 rounds. I have no worry. I'm never worried. I'm Mike Tyson, and there's no one like me.
November 22nd, 1986. We're in Vegas, baby, to witness one of the most incredible forces ever to tie on a pair of gloves. Mike Tyson. They call him Kid Dynamite, and this fighting phenom out of Brooklyn has won his first 27 fights. Yeah, you heard me, 27. But this match in the middle of the Nevada desert's gonna be his biggest test yet. He's taking on the reigning WBC World Champion, Trevor Berbick. The 34-year-old Berbick has beaten 3 world champions in his incredible career, but somehow he's not even favored in this one. Get this, the champ comes in to defend his title as a 4-1 underdog. That's how awesome this Tyson kid is. It's only the first round and, oh my, Tyson wastes no time and staggers the champ. At 20 years old, if Mike can stop the bigger Berbick, he'll become the youngest heavyweight champion in history. Skipping ahead to round 2, Berbick tries to tie Tyson up, but somehow keep the beast at close range so he can't unload on him. But pow! Mike rocks him with a vicious combo. He's got to be woozy after that crushing cup of punch Tyson just served him. Oh, and Kid Dynamite connects with a straight left-right between the eyes. He's got the champ on the ropes, looking to put him on life support. Nadoosh! Boom goes Kid Dynamite.
Berbick struggles to get to his feet, but tumbles backwards into the ropes. His legs are completely gone from that one dynamite punch.
All right, first Tyson sets the pain table with a killer right that's kidney-licious. Berbick feels the breeze from a missed uppercut, then feels the pain from a sweeping left hook. Oh, that's got monster migraine written all over it. The Vegas crowd goes nuts. The champ has just rolled snake eyes and crapped out. You think Tyson knew how to bring it? They don't make him like this guy anymore. And for that, every other fighter out there is grateful. November 13th, 1985, back when people still underestimated Mike Tyson.
All of you come get some, because Mike Tyson's out here. He's waiting for you. All come get some.
Sure, at the time he was just a 19-year-old kid with a Palooka-inflated record. But here comes reason number 1 why you ought to take him seriously. Crackety. The very first blow from that monster right hand sets the tone for what promises to be a very short evening. Watch how he strides up and into the punch so he can reach the face of his taller opponent, the enormous Eddie Richardson. Or, as he was known to boxing fans worldwide, Eddie who? He was the size of a power forward. He had Mike beat on reach by a full 12 inches. Unfortunately, Eddie was a mere mortal, going up against a boxing god. Try and wrap your mind around this knockout. What? That did not just happen. 6'6" dude not just go flying like he was shot out of a cannon. Wait. Play that again. I want to see if that was a special effects or something. All right, here it comes. And there he goes. Dang. That's like a cartoon, man. Popeye himself didn't have a left that big. Richardson's head ends up like 15 feet away from point of impact. Of course, Tyson wasn't completely unscathed. He pulled a muscle in his neck throwing that anvil fist of his. Oh, that poor kid. But take heart, Michael Gerard Tyson. You will always be one of the kings of the ring. Latham, New York. It's December 27th, 1985, and there's a young ball of granite making life miserable for every heavyweight in the game. His name's Tyson, but you can just call him Iron Mike.
Well, I expect a good fight, but as always, I expect to be victorious at the end of the fight.
This brutal fighting machine comes in at 14-0, and he's looking to make Mark Young his 15th victim. Out of North Carolina, Young's a hard puncher who's known to fight fans as the Storm. But for the Storm, the weather's about to turn nasty. Now, if you ever saw any of Tyson's early tussles, you know this is not a patient guy.
Young coming right at Tyson. That's a bad mistake.
This pit bull in trunks fights like he's already late for something. So all I can say is, don't blink. Oh! Did you blink? Because he came in with a right, and that's right on the button. And Young is suddenly feeling very old.
Young is out cold. That punch had dynamite in it.
It's truly a thing of beauty. Tyson's got the laser eyes fixed on Young, looking to put him away. He tags his ducking opponent with a left, and then follows it with a vicious uppercut. The blow almost sends Young back to North Carolina. Tyson is undisputably boxing's rock star as he notches his 15th win, an unbelievable 11 in the first round. Young may be known as the Storm. Too bad he had to run into that force of nature known as Mike Tyson.
October 25th, 1985. Atlantic City. And the boxing world is buzzing because there's an electrifying 19-year-old phenom destroying everything in his path. His name's Mike Tyson, but you can just call him the baddest man on the planet.
The hundreds of people that wish they were in my shoe don't know the tenth of it. If they were in my shoe, they would cry like babies.
We're catching Iron Mike early in his explosive career. So far, he's won his first 9 bouts. A ridiculous 6 by first-round KO. He's got his eyes and his fists all over his next potential victim, Robert Collet. At 6'9", this guy's a building with gloves. Collet took a 3-year break from the ring, and this is only his 2nd fight back. Yeah, gonna shake off the rust against a guy like Tyson. It's early in round 1, and Mike's fighting like a cold cobra, ready to strike. Boom shakalaka. Collet gets clobbered. Oh, don't bother counting, ref. That guy just got tagged by Tyson. He's toast. Check out this nuclear power plant in trunks. All right, first Mike ducks under a wild left from the big man, and then the kid misses with a sleeping left of his own. But he's got another crusher all lined up, and this one finds nothing but face. Tyson sets a new personal best for quickest knockout, 37 seconds. And after this brutal beatdown, Collet would take off another 5 years, come back, and never win a fight again. Yeah, Iron Mike kind of had that effect on people.
If anybody saw all of my fights, I don't get hit. I yet to have a bloody nose. I never had marks on my face. As anybody could see, I'm almost a master at evading the punches coming at me.
Atlantic City, New Jersey. 10-1 you don't make it. October 9th, 1985. One of the most pivotal nights of Mike Tyson's young career. He's already knocked out the first 8 fools who stepped to him professionally, but most of them in the first round. But the experts thought this one was going to be different. They were all smitten with a guy named Donnie Long. Long is an interesting character. He used to wear a spiked dog collar way before punk rock was popular. And he'd already done hard time in prison for murder. He was a 6'2" one-man wrecking crew with a 12-0 record. Had Kid Dynamite finally met his match? Hardly. 37 seconds in, Tyson practically knocks him through the ropes with a wicked left. Hey, how you doing?
Tyson slips a punch and lands his own powerful left.
During his standing 8 count, you can tell Long is stunned, and someone smells blood in the water.
Tyson unleashes deadly combinations. Long is hurt.
26 seconds, and about 1,000 punches later, Donnie Long is down again, and he really should have stayed there.
He tells the referee he's okay.
Because now Tyson's got him locked in his sights. He plans on introducing him to the left hook twins. One of them is named Ga, and the other's named Gush.
2 left hooks, and Long tumbles. It's all over.
Mike Tyson makes short work of Long, putting him on his keister 3 times in the first 88 seconds. First, with a pile-driving left hook from, like, the center of his soul. Next, with this vicious combo platter. Oh, it hits nothing left, a pair of blocking right uppercuts, up with another crisp, zesty left. Mwah! And finally, the coup de gouge. Yet another emphatic left hook. Ouch. That knockout must have knocked some sense into him. He turned his life around after this fight and became a minister. True story. So there you have it. The kid's winning streak stayed intact and would stretch on for another 28 fights, too.
And that's what makes Mike Tyson one of the kings of the ring.
Albany, New York, May 23rd, 1985. He has one of the most devastating right hands in boxing history. I'm talking about that guy in the white trunks, Iron Mike Tyson.
I don't plan to go in there and knock the guy out and kill a guy in 10 seconds or 20 seconds, whatever. I just go in there and do my best. And what happens seems to happen.
In his prime, the undisputed baddest man on the planet. They call him Kid Dynamite, and he's a nuclear power plant packed into a compact and ripped frame. In only his third pro fight, Mike's coming off of 2 devastating first-round knockout victories. Tonight, hoping to derail this runway train is 8-year veteran Don Halpin. Halpin's one of those journeyman guys, good skills, so-so results. He comes into this one riding a 3-fight losing streak. But incredibly, Halpin's been hanging tough and he's taken Tyson into the 3rd round. So far, Mike hasn't been able to get inside and tag Halpin with one of his trademark bombs. But as round 4 begins, Tyson's done fooling around and hits Halpin with a big right. Oh, the crowd can smell it now. This is what they've been waiting for the kid to unload. Tyson zeroes in on Halpin and a crunching left foul by a right, and the bigger man goes down. The ref steps in and gives Halpin a breather. But when you're in the ring with that other guy, you ain't got time to breathe. Tyson delivers the pain trifecta. A vicious left, a stinging right to the jaw, and a brutal uppercut that I can feel from here. That was back in 1985. Tyson scores his 3rd KO in a row. He'll knock out 41 more guys before he calls it quits. Baddest man on the planet? You don't see me arguing.
The date is November 1st, 1985. The place is Latham Coliseum, Latham, New York. And the teenage terror in the dark trunks is the scariest thing to happen to boxing in 2 decades. Mike Tyson's only 19 here, but already buzzsawing his way through the ranks. He's undefeated in his first 10 bouts, a brutal 7 of them by first-round knockout. Standing up to this phenom tonight is a middle-of-the-pack pounder from Trinidad, Sterling Benjamin. Benjamin shot onto the scene 10 years ago with 5 straight wins. Since then, he's lost his last 6. So you gotta wonder what sadistic genius put him in the ring with Tyson. It's early in the first round and... pow! Iron Mike lands a short left, and Benjamin collapses like a busted souffle.
That punch traveled only 6 inches, but lifted Benjamin right off his feet.
If you ever saw an early Tyson fight, you know this kid didn't fool around with pacing himself. It's like he's renting his gloves by the minute and he doesn't want to waste a lot of scratch. So with Benjamin cleared to continue, Tyson moves in for the kill. Oh, and Iron Mike takes Benjamin to Boomtown. Boom, boom, diddy boom, boom, boom. You think this guy can punch? All right, first he delivers a searing side of ribs. Bone-crushing lefts and rights. Benjamin tries to cover up. You can run, but you can't hide. Can't even run. It's an incredible display of power. A vicious uppercut, a left jab, and another kidney cracker, Celio's the dealio. It's another first-round massacre for the undefeated Tyson, and the crowd goes nuts.
You have a sledgehammer, man. See, how did that ever been hit?
Tyson worked Benjamin like a body bag, which is what Benjamin will need after this fight.
There he is, Kid Dynamite, one of the all-time greats, Michael Gerard Tyson. The surprise loss to Buster Douglas 10 months earlier notwithstanding, he was still the baddest man on the planet. Tonight, he'd be looking to further rebuild his reputation at the painful expense of one Alex Stewart. This British bad boy was known as the Destroyer. And not for nothing either. He reeled off 24 straight victories by knockout to start his pro career. Stewart didn't know it, but he was about to witness boxing history firsthand. In fact, no one in Trump Plaza that night had any way of knowing at the time, but tonight marked the turning point of Tyson's career. Right after this apex, the epic hero's steep slide to Circus Town began. But for one last glorious night in New Jersey, Mike Tyson was still the Mike Tyson.
Try to keep Tyson occupied. If he stops throwing, he'll be dead.
And boy was he. Gosh, 7 seconds in, and this one is basically over. 2 words come to mind when you talk about Tyson: quickness and menace. And both are in full effect here. He hammers home the big right, and the destroyer is basically destroyed. Listen, Stewart's no tomato can. He was a number 4 contender in the world, and he was going to soldier on best he could here. But really, I mean, it was pretty pointless. Welcome to Gagush 2, Electric Boogaloo. That was just a glancing blow at best, but it landed in the exact same spot as the previous bomb. So I think his body went down on instinct.
You can see that by this time, Stewart still wobbly from the first knockdown.
Tyson smells blood in the water. He attacks relentlessly until finally stopping it all with a heavy-powered left uppercut. Ka-ching! Oh, that's gonna leave a mark.
And my objective, I was in great shape. He was to go in there and put the pressure on him for 10 rounds. I knew I had to break him.
After tonight, Tyson would collect 11 more wins, 5 more losses, and 1 face tattoo. But we'll always remember him like this. Truly, one of the kings of the ring.
Philadelphia's Tyrell Biggs was one of the more talented and colorful heavyweights of the late 80s. But don't let the robe from MC Hammer's garage sale fool you. By the fall of '87, this gigantic Olympic gold medalist was the top contender in the world, having beaten the likes of Lennox Lewis and James Quick Tillis. Only one man stood between him and immortality, and that man is fashionably late. He's gonna make a dramatic entrance. Oh, there he is. Here he comes. Who else but Iron Mike Tyson? Man, that's a lot of belts. This was Tyson's first defense since unifying the title back in August, and he was not about to give it up to the likes of Biggs. Tyrell had been running his mouth non-stop before the fight, saying Tyson had never fought anyone with equal talent, blah-blah-blah-blah. What? This is Tyson in his prime we're talking about. No one had equal talent. But the disrespect didn't stop there. Notice Biggsy's game plan: prance around and act like a fool. Did more dancing that night than Jennifer Beals in Flashdance. And notice how he's keeping his arms down, practically daring Tyson to show off his legendary hand speed. Not very respectful or smart. But the champ that he is, Tyson stayed methodical, landing the odd blow here and there, but mostly content to let Biggs tire himself out. And then came the 7th round. The clinches came more frequently, almost as if Tyson was whispering to Biggs, "I hope you have your affairs in order, because I'm about to annihilate you mercilessly." Watch him climb the ladder with a left and fell this mighty oak. Timber! Right through the ropes. Afterwards, Tyson admitted to prolonging this fight because he enjoyed teaching Biggs a lesson for all his smack talk. But now, it's all but over. Tyrell has no legs left. Go ahead, Mike. Put a bow on this package. Good-gosh. Same punch, same place, same result. How about an encore presentation? You can only dance so long. Sooner or later, you have to go toe-to-toe. And thus ended the ascendancy of the talented big mouth, Tyrell Biggs. Of course, Mike's not above a little smack talk of his own.
When I was hitting him with body punches, and I heard him, actually he was crying in there, making woman gestures like,
Difference is, he saves it for after the fight. And he's Mike Tyson, one of the kings of the ring.
Actually he was crying in there, making woman gestures like,
Sometimes it's hard to identify a significant moment in history as it's happening. But that's just what these 60,000 fans here at the Big Egg in Tokyo are witnessing. History, baby!
Oh, nice uppercut by Buster Douglas! Look at this! He's knocked Mike Tyson down for the first time in his career! Mike Tyson hits the canvas!
This was the night Mike Tyson's amazing 37-fight winning streak came to a brutal end. Not bad. 36 straight wins to start a career, 90% of them by knockout. But as you can see, by age 23, Mike was looking a little bored. That's the one thing about being the man. You got nothing to aspire to. Which brings us to James Buster Douglas. This 42-1 underdog was supposed to be Tyson's tune-up palooka for a marquee matchup with Evander Holyfield. But you see, Buster had other plans. He'd be fighting in memory of his dearly departed mother, Lula Pearl Douglas, who died just 3 weeks earlier at age 47. She always taught Buster to do his best, and that's exactly what it brought into the ring with him tonight. One thing he did not bring into the ring was fear. For the first time in ever, Mike was fighting a guy who wasn't intimidated by him. No bear hugs or backpedaling from Buster. He came here to bash.
Oh, that right hand actually caught Mike. Buster is here to fight.
And by round's end, you could tell Tyson was a little surprised. You can see, look, he's thinking, I might actually have to break a sweat here this evening. Which brings us to the 10th round of a scheduled 12. Tyson's got no bounce left in his legs. He seems vulnerable in a way we've never seen before. Give Douglas credit. He's about to finish what he started. Crackety, 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 Jack.
Douglas, look at this! He's knocked Mike Tyson down for the first time in his career! Mike Tyson hits the canvas!
Buster Douglas pulls off the upset of the century. For this, Iron Mike had never even been knocked down, let alone out. He seems truly lost down there on the canvas. All right, let's see what put him there one more time. Pay attention now. Here comes the uppercut that turns Mike Tyson into a bobblehead doll. Douglas writes boxing history with his right hand and adds an exclamation point with his left. Bang!
This has got to be, if not the, one of the biggest upsets in the history of boxing.
Long count or not, this win was no fluke. Buster Douglas just knocked Mike Tyson the heck out. And when the Western Hemispheres woke up a few hours later and read the headlines, they figured it must have been some kind of mistake. Because really, who would ever thought they'd hear these words?
Winner by way of knockout, the new heavyweight champion of the world, James Buster Douglas.
Uh-oh, look who's on his way to the office to get a little work in. Iron Mike Tyson is in the house. And if you're a fan of random acts of destruction, get ready to be dazzled. It's a steamy night in Jersey, and for the man squaring off with a certain 18-year-old phenom, it's about to get a whole lot sweatier. At this early stage in Tyson's phenomenal career, Mike won his first 3 bouts by knockout. Tyson always liked to say he started out as a pretty simple guy. Yeah, he simply hit harder than anyone and simply took you apart. Hoping to derail the runaway Tyson train tonight is Ricky Spain. Spain's an above-average journeyman fighter. Decent power and good moves have led to an impressive record of 7-0. As they answer the bell for round 1, Tyson goes right at Ricky. One of the things Spain's got going for him is he can absorb a lot of punishment. Hello!
Good right, and down goes Spain. Well,
Didn't look like such a big hit, but try telling that to Spain's brain. That is, when it stops rattling in his head. The ref checks him out and decides to send him back in. That's like throwing a slab of bacon to a pack of wolves.
got him with the left hand, and he's out of here.
Tyson's reign on Spain brings a whole mess of pain. This Tyson kid does not fool around. Spain walks right into a left-right combo. But it's this crushing left that tells Ricky's legs, oh, it's time to get the heck out of here. It only takes 39 seconds, and once again, Kid Dynamite blows up another opponent. You know, with Tyson, you start to run out of words to describe the way he used to destroy guys in the ring.
What a specimen by Mike Tyson here. He is awesome.
Awesome? Well, yeah, that works.